Okay, hi everyone.
Officially, hello.
Actually, and thank you for the beautiful topic.
Yeah, can you say that again, please, Camila?
Yes. How do the opposites come together to form an integrated whole?
Mhm.
Beautiful.
Beautiful, yeah. Somehow in Liberationalist Forum, my guidance process from pure looking what is going on, start moving in this way. What is in the way of freedom? And what pops up with the question, we're dealing with this, which is in the way. And then next, and suddenly everything is it's in the focus.
Come into the middle.
And all contractions disappear. What can be said about this? For me, the main problem is shame and guilt. Because right now, in this very moment, we can notice different people, men, women. And shame and guilt say that, let's say here, something is not good enough. It's not that this, че това не е направено.
That this is not made up
from the same thing what is made this or others. And this is contraction, this is separation, this is suffering. And because here, let's say here is shame, guilt, and there is a feeling or understanding or living life in the way that there is something which doesn't belong here. That something is by accident.
by accident.
By accident.
By mistake.
By mistake is here. Wow. And I should fight for my place, survive. And constant inner struggle and this narrative dialogue.
What I do not deserve here.
That I'm not worthy.
That I should do something in order to deserve my place here. That I am not I do not belong here just like that, just as I am. But I need to do something. I should do something. All this tension which is moving through that.
Contract our experience of something which is very small behind these eyes. And looking to them, and this like a fighting machine. But this is,
but that's not true at all.
And може да се помогне.
And here, help may be received if it feels the opposite. If it feels like there is a contraction and there is something here which is fighting or fighting to deserve its place in this world. And help may be received.
Mm-hmm. And also, I like very much, again, this question, this topic, because totality or non-duality or oneness is not a thing and is not one event, is not just this. There is no such thing, just this. There is infinite levels.
And layers.
Layers, yeah. And every layer made totality full, complete. Every layer. And investigation is a wonderful way to investigate or to discover how vast, how rich we are. And that's and this I'm nothing. This just is pointing that I'm not only one layer. Let's say only consciousness or only this enormous, vast, powerful nothingness where everything appears. No, everything. I'm everything, and that's why I'm nothing.
At the same time.
At the same time. Yeah. And this is beautiful. If you say I'm nothing, just notice which layer, where is the struggle, where is the problem, which pops up. And this is the point where we can look and work together, let's say, or work with someone else. Just pure resonation. Everything in non-duality is just a pointer. There is no such thing which is the truth. Everything is a pointer, but only pointer.
In the mirror. It can be used as a mirror to reflect.
And this is wonderful when we, I'll say, when all layers are here, accepted, then we can create miracles. We are miracles. There is no boundary, no limitation. Manifestation is happening like this. Няма кой да оспори твоето желание, твоята воля.
There is no one to argue, to say no to your desire, to your wish.
To your will.
To your will.
Yes, there is no free will because you are everything. Everything is your will. So powerful you are.
And what we can do, basically, due to, it is a compassion and a joy at the same time, and love, is if there is a confusion that it's not like that. So then these mirrors or some other mirrors appear and you can reflect in that mirror and shine as you are. Just reflect and shine again. There is no one teaches someone else, no teaching here, no. And that's the beauty. You don't have to learn anything.
This is important to resonate with the mirror. When someone appears, let's say, with the problem, there is a clear seeing that there is no one with the problem. And there is no work with persona because there is no persona already. And that we are infinite layers, this doesn't mean that we are also persona. There is no separate self. There is no person. There is no such layer.
So I don't know if that's okay for an introduction. How does it feel? How does it ring for you? Oh, sorry. Oh, where is everyone? Oh yeah, okay, you're here.
Yeah, I'm a little, the thing about the levels and layers,
Mhm.
it seems to me if you start to divide up the whole of what is into levels and layers, you're taking what is basically non-dual, which is non-dual, and then you seem to be dividing it up into dualities, not just one, but many. So I don't understand, what the importance of the levels and the layers are. It just seems another way of adding another level of discrimination
Mm.
to what really isn't particularized. So what's the
Yeah,
benefit
I
of
just
that?
just to say in the beginning, thank you, Cliff, for that. Thank you. So Lubo, you said first levels, right? What do you mean layers?
Layers.
Yeah. So levels, this is
Layers.
this is a layers. This is layers. So no levels. That's for sure. Levels are
Layers.
layers. So yeah,
Yeah.
Lubo was meant that saying levels. That's why I add that layers, because I know that he meant layers, not levels. This is something from language thing, and
Yeah.
then we can expand here on the this layer thing, this layer, whatever layers are, and I totally understand what you're referring to.
Mhm.
Non-duality says, yeah, that it's so inclusive, and yet there are layers. How's that possible? How come?
Yeah.
Totally right. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so how come?
Yeah, how come? Exactly.
Yeah, how come?
Let's see.
Okay.
Katka, non-duality layers.
So oneness or totality
Or non-duality.
is only totality. And everything which appear, let's say, in totality is also totality itself. There is no one else who appear inside separate. Let's use this beautiful metaphor for Big Bang.
Big Bang. Yeah. Big Bang.
There is only dark matter of how the nothingness, and suddenly there is a light consciousness. There is vibration which appear in the consciousness as human and light, and everything is in the consciousness, and this they make the biggest fun in totality. And all this right now is here, appear as this and that, and suddenly can disappear. But this doesn't mean that totality disappears. It's just expression of totality. Or
Yeah, this is what we meant by layers. Of course, layers. Words are. You see, when we are too much into words, we may feel confused by using some words and some not. That's why if some words resonate most, let them be. If not, that's also okay.
yeah, the important thing is just to stay that there is only totality, only now. Of course, all these are just a pointers to see, and everything which appear is okay. Is also part of totality, but there is no one else. Whatever, this can be changed, not this, but something else. Who cares? There is now public.
There is no audience.
Това е просто различно качество на тоталността, което
Just a different
Right.
quality of totality which appears right now. Doesn't mean that there is something separate apart from totality itself, whatever we may call it. And in that totality, confusion may appear, and that's also part of totality. And a mirror confusion that there is there is something else but totality. And this is also totality. And totality.
Yeah, but this is more, how to say, game of imagination. So this is that, so this is this, that.
So layers, levels.
Yeah. There are also these pointers like nothing appear as everything, but this doesn't mean that everything is not nothing. This is nothing, but it's not exactly. There is something which so yeah. And to include everything, this is wonderful to notice that right now, in this very moment, appear this sound, these movements.
These colors, these shapes.
Yeah. They are, let's say, in the consciousness, if we separate what is going on. And all these are right now in the big, vast, powerful nothing. Where nothing appears, nothing is moving, nothing. All this is just displaying. And we have full right to enjoy here. When we investigate all layers, okay, so there is no one in trouble, no one will die, nothing could, so okay.
I can relax here, I'm safe. Whatever I am, I'm
And
safe.
I can play with this to see what is this. Wow, this thing. You can play to manifest, to enjoy. This is like a PlayStation appear in the nothingness. Wow.
What if somebody is dying though?
What if somebody's dying?
But this is very beautiful to notice that everything is right now. And you are nothing particular.
In particular.
In particular. Where you can go, there is only here, only totality. You cannot go somewhere else.
But if someone else dies, maybe this is the question.
If someone else.
What if someone is dying? Is what you were asking? Sorry. What about?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Yeah, if someone else dying. Someone is dying.
And
well, you kind of put it like, that would be the worst case scenario. No need to panic right now. No one's dying.
Yeah.
So I was just like pushing up against that a little bit because I guess there is some fear too, still around. Not necessarily my own death, but my loved ones.
Yeah, but if you find that you are dark space in the cinema where ekran with the movie is going on, screen with the movie is going on, but you are the dark hole of the whole cinema. And just moving is going on. What?
And in that movie, there can be a grief, sorrow.
Of course. When we watch a movie on the TV, there is also grief, fear. What will happen with this? Yeah. But this doesn't. So feeling, усещанията не доказват нищо.
So sensations or feeling, they do not prove anything, though they can be fully experienced. That's the enjoyment of it all.
Yeah, the problem is if the fear lives here, and fear project what movie, what is going on, who is living life. All the experience is awful. It can be worked with this to pass through.
Yeah, if we don't think about that, what is that? If we don't think about that, there is no that, of course. And it can be again fully experienced. There can be a full spectrum of experiences again: sadness, grief, sorrow, loneliness. Oh my goodness, so many things.
Yeah, and also, where is the last moment? This is that. But nothing is moving. Everything is still here. Yeah, even this to disappear, nothing is moving. Everything is, there is no other place. And this is difficult to be understand because it is easy to be seen.
That was the best description. Yeah, that's true.
Could you say something more about nothing is moving? Because you have there's an experience that nothing is moving. It's just a stillness. And then also there's the experience of impermanence and flow, where there's nothing but movement. There's nothing solid or substantial. It's just a flow of energy and color and light and change, and that's all that there is. There's no foundation to it. It's just a flow of movement. So there's stillness, and then there's a feeling of flow, movement, and they seem to be contradictory, but I have a feeling that they're not. Could you speak to that and maybe clarify a little bit what you mean when you say nothing is moving? Or
Yes. I can use metaphor like space, infinite dark space, where suddenly Milky Way appears. But this doesn't mean that this dark space moves. Everything moves inside. But the space doesn't move. Totality cannot go in some other place or to move. Where to move? There is only you, only totality. And because which appear is also part of totality, and you can include this. What is this? What is this part of it? You can enjoy it. Wow. There is consciousness, there is movement, there is a life, there is
Human experience.
Human experience.
Experience of a human.
Yeah. From the whole to the. So we can stop to here because there is no experience of dog, let's say. But from here to everything is here. Everything is right now. Here is like an elevator. You can move whatever you want, from the basement to the sun. Everything is you. Everything is totality. And in this, which points there is only now. This is wonderful pointer to point this where everything appeared, everything is moving, including the light, including the consciousness, including everything. You cannot move, you cannot die, you are, there is. You cannot move, nowhere to go. Is this okay, or you want something more to explain?
It's amazing to notice also on the places where a lot of humans are coming together, and there are a lot of movements apparently, how the stillness permeates everything. For example, on a concert or football game, I didn't experience football game late at all in person, I mean, but on a concert, it's quite amazing to notice that, like all these movements and all these like sound it's coming from.
Yeah. Also, this can be noticed if we play like a children, just to put in front of us a few stones or something, and to allow ourselves to not do something with the mind, something which have meaning or something important, but just empty, just to enjoy. And you'll see how from the stillness appear creativity. Just, and suddenly you, but this is beautiful. Let's put this, that, and everything starts shaking. because
Mind interferes.
Yeah.
it starts to take advantage of that.
Advantage of that. Hey, you can take a picture to sell, to
to sell, to create a shop.
Oh, take it easy. Oh. Yeah, children, when they play, there is nothing, just there is no moment to feel to be boring, because mind is boring. It's what to do now. There is just few stones. But without this understanding, that's how
I think I get it. I don't know if I could explain it either.
No, that's okay.
If the I don't mean that you didn't explain it. I'm just saying I don't think I could explain it. But there seems to be, when the mind lets go of any idea of the past or the future, and it's just in pure presence, right? So you can't have movement because you're not comparing it what something was a moment ago, even if it was a fraction of a second, right? If it was, to move, your mind has to say it was here, now it's here, so you have movement.
Yeah, but
the mind is doing that. It's just a creation of the mind.
Yeah,
it's just the mind making a story up.
Yeah, but story of someone, because here and there someone was there, and now will be there. And when you see that there is no such persona, it is difficult for mind to create this story, because mind is not smart.
Let's just say, just to be clear, if we can, I don't mean that. Let's not say a person. Let's say a raindrop or a snowflake or a rock rolling down a hill. That kind of movement. All right. So it's not a person. Light moving through the universe, or whatever it is, but some object. You'd have to have an object to move, right? You're not going to have movement without something to move. So the mind is creating the idea that when you said a person, let's just say a thing or an object was here, just again, languaging. And now this object is going to be, I like that, going to be there. And now we've created movement, but without the mind thinking of it, there is no movement. It's just what is. So I kind of get, is that what you're saying? Is that kind of it? You see the mind creating it, but without the mind creating it, there is just a stillness, even though there is moving, but you're just not making any notion of it.
I'm going to translate a little bit just to see that
to be sure
that you understand. Те каза, дали си имал предвид, че ума ги създава движения, тъй като няма ум, който да интерферира. Не говори за пърса, но говори за примерно светлина, която е била малко тук или снежинка.
Okay. Let's say that let's change word mind with thought. So thought following you. So if in these layers you're in the basement, you are dark nothingness. Nothing is moving. you are right now, you are the stability, the totality, and thoughts can appear that, but there is this and that in totality, not in consciousness, not in, so thoughts are following you. And if you play soccer, thoughts are following you. Okay, give pass to the other one, go there. But so thoughts are totally following you. And for stillness, stillness is to pass through layers of movements to what this point here, or that there is no time, because here the movements, it's time, let's say, appear from here to here, so 1 second. But when you see that there is only now, only this is very scary for the system. And I believe, this is my thoughts, that we are so afraid to discover what we are, that we are constantly enjoying here just to forget, to
forget to notice that nothing is moving.
How, what to say, how, колко безсрамно огромни сме и силни.
How shamelessly big we are.
And powerful.
Powerful.
And this is very scary because there is only you and only this darkness. And when this is seen, каквото и да видиш, каквото и да се появява.
Whatever you see, whatever it appears, it may appear.
You cannot stop seeing that there is only you. This is, I want to forget this. I want to experience to be soccer player or consciousness or whatever, but I don't want to be totality.
It's too much.
Yeah, too much. And I like this way that the joy is in the middle. So, because I'm consciousness, this means I'm light, I'm love, and I cannot do anything, just experience of love constantly, like a waves, again. Or I'm totality, there's nothing is important, nothing, нищо не може да ме донесе радост.
Nothing can bring me joy here. Nothing brings joy. I don't know what joy is.
Because I cannot stop being totality. It's awful to understand, to see this. And in the middle, wow, there is something is going on. And this is also a part of me, my
creation.
My
creation.
My layers.
Yeah.
And I can play here, I can enjoy.
Yeah. Mohammed is writing. Would you like to say something, Mohammed? I saw that you are writing something. Sorry, Cliff. Is it okay?
Oh yeah, it's okay.
Of course it is. I'm dying to hear what other people have to say. I could have some questions later. I want to hear what Mohammed has to say.
Yeah.
And everybody else. Yeah, please.
Sorry, I was just sitting
Thank
here
you for
thinking.
asking.
Thank you. I just noticed that you wrote something and I would like to invite you to share if you want to. If you don't, that's also fine. You wrote.
Can you hear me?
Yes, you wrote this cannot be understood right. And with thinking.
Yes, it's kind of a question. I'm sitting here trying to understand what you're explaining, but it's like a loop. I cannot get it.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to. So
yeah, but feel
is
the
this
resonance.
something that can be understood?
Yeah, feel the resonance. Feel how the system respond to that.
Yeah, but this can be seen. So if you start with the question, so this is Mohammed's body, house, chair,
whatever.
Where's exactly the owner? We are looking for something like
What would you like to show?
piece of being, something which is exactly Muhammad. This which, let's say, doctor can say, okay, Muhammad, this is your body, but now we open, here you are this, and we can move you in another body, or you can see how your body looks like outside. But there is no such peace, beings. Bobche. There is no such peace which is Muhammad. Or try to find.
Or maybe you have some other experience. So this is the invitation. The invitation goes like trying to find the owner of those. When you say my house, my work, what this mine refers to?
I don't know.
Lovely.
I don't know.
This how the investigation starts. Okay. So maybe there is no Muhammad inside. Is there Luchana inside? If there is no Muhammad or Lubo. What is your direct experience of weather? What is the weather outside? Can you notice? Right now. Is there sun, clouds?
What's the weather like at the moment? Can you notice? Are you close to the window or outside?
I'm outside.
So
Wonderful.
what's the weather?
It's a little cloudy.
Great.
Uh-huh.
What did you do to notice the weather? What did you do?
Weather is.
Just look, right? You just look.
Yeah.
And you can report. I mean, you can share from your own direct experience of weather. This is not somewhere written. You didn't read about that. You didn't ask a friend. You just look.
Yes.
Yes.
Great. At the same time, can you look and see where Muhammad is? Exactly the same way like you look and check the weather. Where will you look?
I have tried this before. I cannot find anything.
Okay. Okay. So, and notice that right now, in this very moment, weather is what is. Clouds, shiny, whatever. Yes, okay. What is the experience called life right now? Sitting on the chair in front of the door, speaking with Luchana and Lubo. Is there something more than this right now?
But who can see that?
The question refers that there is someone.
There should be someone. What
And this is the and we're constantly trying to find this one, but there is no one. So this is the tricky question. So the freedom or to notice all this is to free the heart. So I'm contracted. I live in the house. I should live, pay this or that to survive. Every morning when I wake up, this is that for me and whatever. And slowly, slowly, just to free that. Don't worry. Everything is going on in a very beautiful way. Don't worry that there is someone who deserves pain or to be punished for something. There is no one inside. You are exactly the same is made because you believe that you are this. The same, what is made this and everyone in this very moment, like a clouds in the sky, they are made from one and the same right now. They're loft, they're whole. Notice the clouds. Is there some cloud which is separate from the sky, which is not whole, which is not loft? It is. And now imagine that some clouds say, I should do something to not fall down or to move here or back or no, just Ah,
Yeah, my experience is when I stop trying, I feel more peaceful.
Great.
But
Yeah.
then something happens from outside in my relationships, and then there's a temptation to try
Mm.
and bring myself to peace. But as I try, it doesn't work.
okay, but notice that idea. So I'm here, I'm in peace. Let's say Luchana is coming. Lubo, the car is so dirty.
Copy.
You stay here in the peace, but car outside, the neighbors. And in the same time, notice, usually
I was that.
thoughts are coming and say, "Ah, you're not good enough. Shame on you. You're sitting on the couch. You do nothing." And Luciana is right. You're not right. But all these are bullshit. You can all disappear in this life, in this beauty, in the paradise here. Just appears. So there is no one which is guilty. We are one and the same, made from one and the same. So I can say, oh, when you say like this, and you can share what you feel. And you can share, I'm feeling so good to stay here, to be in peace. I'm enjoying so much this here. I investigate. Аз не правя това, за да те нараня в никакъв случай.
I'm not doing that in order to hurt you.
Just you stay your position, your experience, like a weather. Let's see why I'm not washing the car, but I'm here. Okay, so I feel peace, calm. I investigate what is going on. And the car, I'm absolutely not, it's not important. Okay, I will enjoy,
Yeah.
I will wash it tomorrow, we'll see.
Yeah, that's a good point, because whenever I blame myself.
Mhm.
Yes, yes.
This is
But
what
really,
we all do
the
that.
thing is to remember that no one is doing it.
Yes, and when, also important, when, let's say, your wife or neighbor is coming and arguing with you, this is because his or her experience is that something is not okay, is that,
Not because you're guilty.
yeah, there is no one inside also. This is what is going on, and this can be accepted with understanding. Oh, you're so angry. Why? Because the car is so dirty, because, oh, because there is a pain. If there is no pain, let's say the dirty car is not a problem at all. The dirty car is not a trigger, but because there is a trigger button and something was pushed and it's coming, because there is a pain. And you can say, oh, I'm sorry that you feel this. I want to be with you in this. Let's feel it together. Or I don't want to hurt you. Аз не правя нищо, за да те нараня.
I'm not doing anything purposely to
Mm.
hurt you or to make you feel. Yeah, and of course, this communication can happen if there is quite enough openness. If there is not so much openness,
What
it's
you
also
mean?
It's also possible, but you are not
You are not responsible for someone's experience.
Yes, you're responsible for only, not even responsible, you can share what's going on here, and that's the only.
Yeah, and to not believe shame and guilt that you are guilty because their experience is such and such more. Everyone has right to experience what experience. No need to, this is my fault, this is because of me. No.
Yeah. Shame and guilt are actually also good pointers. When we see through the false, through the illusion of a separate self, through the illusion of a false limitation, like that we believe that we are something limited and small, and then we see through that, not that we see, but there is a seeing through that. And then shame and guilt, they also collapse, but from time to time it may appear. Some friends call that residue, residue, and it keeps coming from time to time, and it's good invitation to look what's there. Usually there's nothing there behind that. There's just feeling of something.
Thank you very much, guys. I know there's nothing I can do, but this message, I keep listening to it. I don't know why, but thank you so much.
Yeah, there is a resonance. That's why.
I'm not agree that I nothing can do, because you are everything.
You can do whatever you want to do.
You cannot change this. And you have right to investigate all your layers, to find how vast you are, to find that you're not something in the body. You are much bigger. You have right this. Because nothing can be done, this means that there is someone who cannot do something, but you have a right to find everything, which includes you.
Yeah, this is totality, discovering that it is totality already.
Yeah. Also, you can say, my will is to all these bullshits which are in the consciousness, which are here. There is a self, there is someone guilty, all this. I want to see that all these are bullshits, and I no longer need them. And I want them to vanish. And then they will start to, this is free. I just like to take a shower. It's, all these dirty clothes here. Yeah, this is exactly the same. Yeah.
It's like a fresh shower. Lovely. Lovely to
This is crazy.
Yes.
It is. It is so simple that it is crazy.
Yes.
Sorry, I think someone else wants to ask questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mohammed, for your reflection. Thank you.
Thanks.
Lovely to be with you. Lovely to be with everyone. There is a question here. A hand. Hey, Misha. Misha, is that right?
Yes, exactly right. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Because I wasn't sure how to pronounce your name, Misha.
Yes, Misha, like pleased to meet you.
Hey, nice to meet you, Misha.
So my Zoom image is frozen, so I'm hoping you can see me. I have the.
We see you. We see
Okay.
that beautiful colors and shape, and everything is amazing. We see everything.
Okay, good. Then you can see my teddy bear.
Yeah.
We see the teddy bear.
So you use some language that that I clued in on, which sounds like a developmental process, because it's like, okay, there's grief until like maybe it's seen through, and then, but even after it's seen through, then at times grief will arise. And so one of the, I'll call it a controversy in some of the non-dual circles is about, is there anything that's ever stabilized? And if so, what is that? Because I mean, my experience is, and it sounded like you were speaking to this earlier, there's a stillness that has a dynamism to it. So it's not that there aren't differences, but they're not separate differences. Let's see. So okay, so well, let me just there was an example of an experience. So for tapping into what I think you're pointing toward. So like I go hang out with the ash tree, and then I just be with the tree And the longer I'm there, it's like the more the common field opens up, and the less there is a sense of, here's Misha and here's the tree and here's Misha's energy field and here's Ash energy field. More like, I mean, like I'm actually experiencing what it's like to be embodied in that morphology of the tree. So that seems kind of like a non-dual experience to me. But you know, then it's not that way. So it is, and then it's not, and then it is, and then it's not again.
Okay, but can you notice right now that there is a mission, there is a teddy bear. So there is, and notice that the both right now, the both are seen, experienced, that there is no doubt that they are here. So why you should be
Either here or there,
but not
everywhere.
why you are not everything which is going on right now in this very moment? Like weather. Is there something which is weather but is not something else? Cloud, sun, rain, whatever. Weather. Right now is this. Oh, okay, there is a space.
Yeah, so what I'm noticing is when I follow that inquiry, then it's like things open up more and there's more commonality is the wrong word. It's like more just one happening. And so I could see the difference between when there's a Misha and there's a teddy bear and they're two different things and one stops here and the other starts there, that it's there seems to be like this definite like point of view that's has a like a framework of like maybe like a belief system or something.
Yes.
It's like this is so from this way of experiencing, there's a teddy bear and there's a Misha and they are different things.
Yeah, but notice, is it does the teddy bear knows where is she? Where is it or she? Or what? I don't know how to say. Does the teddy bear knows? No. No need to think, just notice. Is this knows that it is here? No. Yeah. In the same, notice the body. Does the body knows that it is?
You know.
Does the body know that it is to the teddy bear? No. Why you should be something particular? Let's be one happening. Let's see. Защо ти да не си цялото случване?
Why not you to be the whole happening, the whole event, so to speak?
Yeah, there is more of saying an expansion in noticing there's one happening, and as that's becoming more full, there's a noticing that, oh, fear, like Luca was talking about earlier, Ludo, sorry, was talking about earlier.
What is this fear? I'm curious. What is this fear about? What kind of images fear brings?
Well, it's there's a cringing backward. you know, like getting small and, you know, scary stuff coming, you know, scary stuff out there.
Good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, fear is a very good, amazing, actually, protective mechanism. And it's doing its job very well. It's protecting. The question is, what
Yeah.
is fear protecting? What's
What
there
is
to
it?
be protected?
Oh, yeah, right. The non-self inquiry.
Yeah, if you look curiously behind the fear, what's the fear protecting? What's there? Curiously, without trying to get rid of fear or this sensation of fear. Very gently, curiously, what's there?
I keep getting hung up on that there's a fear of, you know, experiencing. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so I guess the what feels fear is like it just all this contraction down to down into my sacrum, and then it's like
Mm-hmm.
kind of like being in a dark space, in a dark space, and it's alone, but it's not lonely, but somehow it's like in a place that's almost void, but it's like, and that's the safe place to be.
Can you notice that fear just, this is a, how to say, thoughts energy, which says that there is something which is experience which shouldn't be here.
And it's bad.
Right.
What if there is no such thing as fear, just energy and thoughts about claiming this is fear, this, I should do something about this.
Now there's a movement of trying to make that happen. The problem solver, the fixer is like, okay, I'll get right on that.
Yes, yes.
Beautiful to notice.
Yeah. You are absolutely free. Just thoughts that there is some fear, something which can нещо, което може да те лимитира.
That there is something which can limit you, puts you in somewhere and lock you there. To be safe from experiences, safe from whatever, from happening, locked in the basement, don't move, don't go anywhere, don't do anything, and then you will be safe. But that's not true.
Notice again, so there is an energy experience of something, and thoughts are coming. This is something wrong, and they label as fear or whatever, or grief or whatever. But this is beautiful life energy. They say this is grief. This should be healed, to go to surgery to take it out. This and create image of something scary, because this energy here is claimed as fear and the picture of something awful that can happen, and fight with this picture to not appear. But this is imagination, just to notice that, oh, this is okay to be here.
The
picture will disappear,
will disappear.
everything. Yeah. It's just life energy and freedom.
But fear is not real, right? That's what you're saying?
Just energy with label. Like if you have a bottle with wonderful magic water, let's say, and label poison. Poison. an image. If I drink this, I will die, and picture of how you're dying with suffering. But this is not. So something is going on. Energy is coming. I'm afraid. No. This energy to which want to express. Or
If, let's say, for example, something really happened out there on the street. For example, I'm saying just, I don't know what kind of example to give. Yeah, you are walking on the street and then a suddenly car appears and it's coming with a huge speed towards you. There will be no thoughts and no fear. There will be immediate reaction, immediate, like running, jumping, whatever. No, there will be no space for thoughts and fear. Maybe fear will
and after
rush
this,
after that.
oh my God,
What can happen?
I just thoughts and energy.
Yeah, but of course,
also energy is not fear.
Of
This
course,
is energy.
we all know that. We all know that. We read about these stories of when we are put in some amazing circumstances and miracles are happening.
It happened to me.
Oh,
Maybe like 2 weeks ago. Listen to this. We were in an elevator, me and my dad.
wow.
And the elevator just boom, and like it didn't open anymore. But we were thankfully close to the ground. But it was like so interesting to see it from this perspective, because it was just like you said. It was like no fear, and I'm just sitting there and I'm wondering like,
Am I
okay,
going
this
to
is
die?
weird. There's just yeah, I was like, listen, no, it was actually a good time to do inquiry, because I'm like, what am I really afraid of? You know, normally people are like, how the hell am I going to get out of the elevator? I was like looking at my body in the mirror. I'm like, is that who I really am? And I was totally okay. I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to die. So like 30 minutes later we get out, and it was just like, the body waited to feel the fear. You know, it was like I had a full usage of like my brain and like the capacity to how the hell am I going to get out of here? But then it was after that I processed all of these emotions. It was so interesting to see that.
Yes.
And it was interesting to see that my life was in so much, like, not in a lot of danger, but in more danger than when I'm sitting right here and feeling fear. And I'm like, okay, so what is really going on? You know, it's like,
Amazing.
it's just a lot of bullshit, you know? It was so interesting that he said that, because I had that experience.
Yeah. I'm happy to share that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But just notice that you totality, you this
fucking totality.
I said, listen, if I'm gonna fucking die, I'm dead. I don't give a
experience
shit.
to be
Like,
locked in the elevator. It's amazing. It's
so creative.
yeah.
it was literally like a message from God. You know, I was sitting there and it was like looking at me right in the face, and it was like, look, you're okay. Everything is okay. Nothing is gonna happen to you. Because I've just been thinking about this recently. Most people are in so much fear, and I noticed it in myself, you know, when I talk to other people, that we're just in like this constant state of fear for no fucking reason, but nobody thinks they're in a state of fear.
Yes.
That's really what's going on. And I'm just like, how are we living our lives? You know, it's like, what is going on? Like, I'm like walking around like a fucking alien. I don't even know where I am. I'm just like, what are we all doing? I don't even know. Like, I have to work and like pay my bills and everything. I'm like, whatever.
Yes. No need of fear.
Yeah. I mean, when he said that fear is not real, like, let's say you see a snake, like maybe you'll feel fear and like, yeah, you'll run away. But like the fear that we feel like most of the day is based on a belief to be a separate person. Like, this is going to happen to me in the future. And without that belief, then there is no fear and there is just peace, you know? So that's really what it is. It's not that it's not real, that we don't, when they say like this stuff is an illusion, it's not that you don't feel it, or it's like you must be stupid.
Totally.
Yeah, it's a real feeling, but it's just based on a misunderstanding. Like you said before, you know, it's like consciousness believes itself to be this tiny person, but that's not the truth, you know? And then we're just kind of like going like that all the time. So
yes.
So lovely. to share that. Amazing, amazing.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and really, when that feeling, that sensation of contraction that we call fear is felt in the system, the best thing is not to deal with what fear brings here as images and projections, but to look curiously at the sensation itself. This is how fear, how this contraction resolves.
Yeah, and the question is, what the situation, what this, how this relate to me, to this separate
What this
self,
means about me, or
what
something
this
like
means about me, because there is playing. So I'm separate self, I'm locked in this elevator box. What does mean? And story of this. And when you notice that all feelings, all energy is okay to be here, and all this image of someone who is suffering, is dying, is just the image, and then
that. Okay.
even laughing can come.
You know, my grandpa is dying. He's like gonna die soon, probably the next few days. And to know that you are not gonna die, and to see all of the emotions that are coming out of like your mom, and to see what's going on, you know, it's almost insensitive to not feel that, you know. But the truth is, like, there is really no death. You know, there's no people, there's no death, and I don't know. I can't. If like if my dad died tomorrow, knock on wood, I hope he fucking lives. I mean, he's my fucking dad, you know. But at the same time, it's like I don't know. You know, it's.
Yeah.
I guess it's wisdom, you know, to just understand like there is really no death and there's no people,
And
but
again, if there is a grief, then to fully experience what is.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
This is what we can.
Yeah, but really, in you are totality, and this is not like a speech or understanding or like a statement.
Yeah. I get it. Yeah.
So notice that there's constantly something like, well, I should survive. Oh, these are bullshits like this under the, and if you can, and everything is okay.
Ultimately. I don't know what.
All right, I got to jump in on that. So everything is okay ultimately. And so there's this phrase that someone expressed recently in a non-self meeting that I really like the language. I wanted to see if it resonates with what you're sharing.
Yeah.
So it went like this. It's not that things aren't real. It's that they're not real in the way that I thought they were. Is that
nice?
Kind of where you're pointing?
Yeah, that sounds. But everything is pointing. Yeah, exactly.
It rings true. I don't know how I would express that, but it rings true. Yeah. I thought there was my life. I thought that I was living something and I was moving through life, doing something, achieving, doing, and then it turns out that there's just life.
Yeah, and also non-duality points that all labels are just labels and no need to believe any labels.
I thought that also that also there are some wise beings who can say wise words, but it turns out that this is wisdom expressing as everyone and everything. And yeah, this is the end of authority. Wisdom is is in everything, as everyone, as everything.
One lady from Ukraine,
Ukraine.
she was in the forum and we worked together 9 months.
9 months.
9 months.
Oh.
And suddenly everything drops.
Everything collapses. Yeah.
And she started sharing like, oh my God, all this fear, protecting nobody. Oh, now I can see that my grave will be empty. Sorry, my
No,
fear.
the coffee will be empty. No one to bury.
It is amazing. This is grace because she's sharing constantly fear because there is a rocket attack, something bombing.
You know, there's a war.
Neighbors are
apparently happening.
dying. I cannot anymore. And suddenly grace came. Oh, okay.
And now what? Now everything. Oh, so lovely. If someone wants to share something, we have a few more minutes probably. We are almost in the end.
I'd like to just explore a little bit.
Sure.
I loved what you said about fear as a protecting mechanism. And to ask the question, who is the fear protecting? And not to try to let it go. It's just wonderful. And I realize also that it applies to things like shame, anxiety,
Exactly.
and also grief. But I was curious because it's such an important topic that comes up. You know, everyone experiences grief, has people that leave us. What is the mechanism? I mean, if you've thought about it, I mean, not that's beneficial for this grief. Fear is a protecting mechanism, right? If you're out on the savannas of Africa and you sense something in the bushes, you know, it's great to have that energy and alertness. So I was wondering what the mechanism of fear is beneficial, of grief rather. And you know, so why should it be experienced and not, you know, as an energy? I was wondering if you had thought about that in your conversations with others, or just
fear and grief are wonderful way to investigate, is there someone behind them? Because there is a fear, there is a lion, so there is someone behind the fear, which is under protection. And when you notice what is behind the fear, who is under protection there is nothing, there is no one. Also, grief is coming, so the story is that there is someone which
grieves.
Which grieves.
I'm not buying that.
Yeah,
it's the same as saying, I hope you don't mind if I speak this way. It's the same as saying there's someone that fears. It's not the same as who is trying to be protected from the fear. I think, you know, as I'm trying to, you know, get what you're saying, I think it's more of grief is the mourning of a loss. So who is it that's losing something from the personal point of view?
Yeah, this is
who's there that's losing?
Yeah, this part of the story. This is from our childhood when we were with teddy bear and this disappeared. Oh, this is so precious for me.
And also is natural thing in the nature when animal loses its baby. It's grieving. There is grief. There is natural response to the loss. This is a natural response, organical, let's say.
Okay.
I wish I could speak from experience. For now, I cannot, but I probably I will.
Yeah, but let's say that
I assure you, you will.
Yeah,
to-
so do I.
so
So do I.
let's say that thoughts may create things more juicy, more dramatic.
Yeah.
Mhm. If there is no story, which is kako je raskazano,
Which is being taught,
to
which is playing.
there is only what is going on, and this is very boring. If you watch a soccer game, 22 4 men running after ball, it's very boring. But thought, win, commentator, yeah, goal, oh no, yeah. What? Experience is very full, very rich. Yeah, but with the grief is the same. There is a story. There is a, I'm a son. This is my father. This is wow. Mhm.
That's such a great observation about the soccer game. And you know, most sports, if there's no story, they're very boring to watch. But when you have a story, if the team will win, they'll go on to the playoffs, and then we'll be the greatest. And then the story makes it exciting. It's without it, you know, race car, they're just running around in a circle. I mean, what's the big deal? But you have the story for this driver. You know,
Yeah,
it's very amusing.
and the Messi is playing. Maybe this is his the final match game.
Yeah.
Let's win.
So
This-
much-
Champions of the world, you know.
Yes,
It's,
yeah. He took
it's
the
incredible. Yeah.
cup.
Now,
He deserved that.
what-
He deserves that.
right.
I
Yeah.
know that.
One other thing, and a lot of it I understand is languaging and communicating. So I do get that. But I'm thinking from my own point of view, when I use these phrases that you had said before, and it shifts, and then I realize that I'm creating another level of identification. And specifically certain things that you said, I'm totality, I'm love, you know, I am bigger than this. There's an I in front of each one of those. And also I am nothing, right? I'm emptiness,
Yeah,
or
sure,
I'm nothing.
sure.
Again, there seems to be an identification. And that identification always has a problem to it. Even I'm totality. Oh, I'm not feeling it. I'm totality today. I have a problem. I'm feeling a half of totality. You know, there's always that I sense, and that I is an imaginary reification of things. So I hear that you use it. How is it that it doesn't affect you when you do use that, or does it?
because how I say, everything is pointers, only pointers.
Yeah.
And when I say I'm totality, and this is very boring, this is just a pointer. What is the experience?
Yeah.
There is nothing. You cannot move, cannot change. No. Wow.
It's an experience like the weather.
Yeah, because
That's what it is. Yeah.
I am human. It's so beautiful. I playful. There is a fear. I'm born. I will die. Suddenly, oh my God.
None of that.
Wow.
Sorry, but no.
Oh,
No, Bert, no that.
I cannot escape here. No way.
No, it's
Oh
fine.
my God.
And also I would like to say something about
And
that.
then you're so thankful that there is something is going on here. Oh, okay. Oh. Birds, sounds. Look at this.
It's great, right?
Yeah, you can see
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
birds.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm alone, but there is something. Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Only pointers for experience, yeah. Only pointers.
Yeah.
Thank you. Wonderful
I'm
question.
glad you said
Wonderful,
that. Thanks.
wonderful. Yeah, yeah. I would like just to add that I was having the same concern. I think it was quite soon after the so-called Process in Liberation Unleashed, and my guide, my wonderful guide Vivian, pointed out that yeah, these are words, and of course identity can be developed or can hide behind those, but it's so clear that we have only words to communicate, so why don't we use these words? But I can relate to that it felt like that. It felt like a little bit heavy to use those, to use I am totality and I am everything.
Yeah, but
then there is another trap. We can build a non-dual type of language that we are now very aware what's going on in YouTube. You know, there is one type of speaking. Everyone is trying to speak, to not use I or to use or to say whatever. So yeah, when there is natural expression, it is felt beyond words. It doesn't, words, they don't matter, or at least they don't matter a lot.
Yeah, and for me it's important, one message that what appear is also from here. And because some of teachings or explanation or sharing are that all this should be dismissed. This is not important. This is not part of your true nature, or no. But it's not true. There is no one else. Everything is. And when you start to investigate, you only can find how vast you are. And if you say, I'm this is just contraction, just makes you new limitation. I'm not this, but I'm this. No, no, no. It's a more and more, more and more.
Whatever we say, we are not that. That's the ultimate thing in the end. So we cannot say what we are.
Yeah, but everything is part of us. There is no one else to appear here. From where? No way. And this is how to say, this is Tantra approach. That more and more. Look at
I would love to hear your reflections on being a couple in and the role of non-duality in that.
Okay. Being a couple. Not that we choose that.
Wait, can I add something to that? Did you guys have this realization happen at a similar time? Because that's also very interesting. Yeah. I have been wondering that, because it's curious, you know.
Yeah, it was a short period, but Lubo was first.
So you were like, what the hell? Why didn't it happen to me?
Yeah, I was like very, I don't know.
Yeah. He's probably like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And you're
he become like from the perspective of the self, which was felt there at that time. I felt a coldness, and I mean, the behavior was quite different. He was so much in love with me, and suddenly I felt like
he's like, I am the love. I don't need you anymore.
I was like, what's going on here? And he said, wow, it's unbelievable. I cannot share what's going on. I said, no, please tell me. And he said, well, it's unimaginable. It's something so weird and so vast. And I said, but where is our relationship in all of that? And he said, oh,
there is no relationship.
I remember that. That was weird. Yeah. Yeah, relationship happens like everything else. Lighter though, lighter.
Yeah, but it's good though in a way, because the relationships like with your family or with somebody else, they really bring up all the shit inside of you that once you heal it, it will really free you, you know, so it's very important.
Totally.
Yeah. I,
Um,
s- I spent a lot of time with my family, and I couldn't believe what they did to me. You know, it's unreal that we grew up in that situation. You know, but you know, I love them. So, whatever.
so Jeff,
Yeah.
what would you like to reflect? Can you say that again? Because I start talking again. Sorry.
Oh, if you're asking me.
Yeah,
What?
because you wanted to reflect on something, and I just started.
Yeah, so, well, I mean, there are a lot of questions around this, like, is w- w- is it reasonable to have a relationship in which one person is awake and another is not? And how is it different now with you two being awake versus, you know, what it might have been like if you weren't, and just, you know, whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah, I want to share, let's say, if I see that there is freedom which believes that is not free, and but you can pass through this. No, what you know for about my experience, okay, but you can pass through this experience. No, this is too big for me. But no, it's not too big for me. No. But now it's more easy. If some energy is coming or something, it is easy just to, oh, this is
Yeah,
possible.
like I said, lighter, um, easier. In which way I cannot say, but lighter, for sure, lighter.
Yeah, and if someone pops up,
Something.
we are, how to say, curious to investigate. Okay, do you know that when you say this, I feel this? What you feel? I feel this. And that, this is wonderful to investigate.
Yeah, in a way, the relationship becomes more intimate.
More intimate, yeah. Because
Definitely,
sharing
definitely.
your own direct experience, this is very intimate. You cannot say this to the some shop, someone sells you something, and you're sharing your experience. No, no, no. This is very.
And I cannot say if it is good or not. It just happened here like that. There is no like we didn't do anything special for that. I mean, it's just happened here in this particular story like that. So but I have I mean I have few friends in a relationship in which one has that seeing the other no, and that's okay. They are both okay. This doesn't put conditions. That's the best thing. There are no conditions. That's why it is unconditional. It is called unconditional. It doesn't care about conditions.
Thank you.
Thank you. Beautiful. Okay, maybe we can end here our spontaneous lovely meeting, not streamed on YouTube, but recorded. So this
Thank you so
Thursday,
much.
thank you so much for showing up and sharing openly, with willingness and so much honesty. I'm so thrilled
for these beautiful questions.
Thank you for doing this.
Oh, yeah, we are doing this apparently, probably each week, not probably each week on Thursday. But this week there will be no Thursday meeting. Yeah. Next week. If you want to subscribe to our mailing list, you can send me an email. Maybe I can write it somewhere, maybe in the chat. And you will receive notifications for everything. I cannot see here.
Yeah, and this
you
very
can follow our, subscribe for our YouTube channel as well. I'm recording videos. Okay, I'm going to put my email in the chat window. So if you want to be notified, just send me an email. What did you want to say?
Because Muhammad say that thank you that we are doing this. This is very important for you that you are already free and we are accept us just like media, which saying this. There is no one more important than you. There is no one. There is.
Thanks to no one.
Yeah, yeah. Gratefulness may appear. We just come back. I just wanted to say just few words about that. We just come back yesterday from Greece. We were there 1 month, and we also have had an amazing retreat there in person. I think Barbara left, but anyhow, yeah, she left. Probably she said something. So if you hear something happening close to you in person and you feel resonance, do join, explore. It's amazing. Also, gathering like that is amazing. When we gather in person is.
Yeah, you have full right to find that you are free, to enjoy this time.
Much love, everyone.
Okay, see you guys.
See you soon.
Thank you.
Thank
See
you. Have a lovely day, and hey, happy 4th of July, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.